Next week on EastEnders brings a flurry of surprises, a legend returns, sad news of a funeral spreads, and shock arrivals disrupt the square. From Billy's confrontation with his father to Sonia's encounter with Bianca, the drama intensifies. Meanwhile, Whitney's departure marks the end of an era after 16 impactful years. Next week's BBC EastEnders spoilers, a shocking arrival, heartbreaking funeral news, and the return of a legend. Next week, a lot of unexpected returnees to EastEnders will be seen, and one resident will get tragic funeral news. Next week, a number of well-known faces will be seen on the square as part of some major plot developments for the Mitchell family, who are still in shock over Jay and Nadine's baby news. Meanwhile, Sonia receives the shock of her life when Bianca travels to Walford in search of Whitney and Zach, whose relationship has been strained since Brittany's arrival. In addition, one of the Mitchell family members will make an unexpected comeback, leaving Billy stunned. The individual assimilates into the Mitchell household fast, going so far as to assist in revealing Nadine's true intentions, arrival shock. The week after next, Billy Mitchell is taken aback by his father Stevie's arrival in Walford. When Billy's father Stevie shows up at the Queen Vic, the moment is disrupted before he can finally give Honey her new engagement ring. Billy tells his father to get out of his life, but Honey tells Stevie he needs to do more to be involved in his son's life. Nadine growled. Billy becomes enraged later in the week when Stevie shows up at the house without warning. Billy refuses to tell Stevie anything about his father, despite Lexi and Honey's desperation for him to. Later, Lexi enlists Stevie's assistance in proving Jay wrong. After asking him for assistance in persuading Jay that Nadine is not pregnant, they go to 29B, where Stevie pushes Nadine to take a DNA test. His suspicions about her actions grow soon. Verified return. The following week, Sonia is taken aback when she runs across Bianca on the square. After discovering that Zach has been missing, she goes to Whitney to try and find out more information, before it all becomes too much for Zach and he decides to leave. He tries to avoid Bianca's questions about where he's been when he returns home. Whitney, on the other hand, is occupied with attempting to resolve Brittany's Usher syndrome diagnosis. By unintentionally disclosing that Whitney is not Brittany's mother, Rice steps in and causes trouble. When social services show up, they take Brittany away for her protection and hold her until Keeley confirms what Whitney has been claiming. In another scene, despite everything that transpired with Keanu, Bianca makes the decision to support Bernie and urges her to return to work. Terrible news about a funeral. First peek at Ollie Alexander scenes on EastEnders. A sneak peek at Ollie Alexander's next scenes has been released by EastEnders. To prepare for his performance, Ollie will arrive in Walford on Thursday, May 2nd, the day before he represents the United Kingdom at the Eurovision Song Contest next month. 3 new images of Ollie's much-awaited cameo show him sipping drinks in the Queen Vic with longtime buddy Johnny Carter before drawing the attention of superfans of Eurovision. One individual may even pop the question to their significant other in the festive atmosphere. Ollie stated, "I'm thrilled to be making my first appearance on EastEnders and in the most iconic pub in the UK," when his presence was revealed the previous week. "I'm overjoyed that I had the opportunity to spend time on set with the incredible cast and crew and meet some great cinematic giants. Since it's my mother's favorite program, I wanted to surprise her, but I believe the secret is out now and she will adore it." Producer of EastEnders Chris Clenshaw went on to say that after finding that the singer is a huge fan of the program, he wanted to involve Ollie in the soap opera. "When we discovered that Ollie Alexander was a huge fan of the show and an opportunity arose in one of our stories, it was the perfect moment for us to invite him to Albert Square to appear," he explained. "We hope the audience enjoy Ollie's special guest appearance as much as everyone at EastEnders enjoyed having him in Walford." The Years and Years singer will play the song, Dizzy, during this Saturday, May 11th, 68th Eurovision, which is being held in the Swedish city of Malmö. "I wrote the song last summer with Danny L. Harrell. We started off with the word, dizzy, because it just popped into my head and I liked it," Ali previously revealed about the numerous inspirations that went into the tune. As I was considering enjoyable activities that could cause vertigo, I remembered uttering the phrase, "dizzy from your kisses." Consequently, the song is about experiencing a tremendous surge of emotion for someone who completely transforms your world. Every year, EastEnders look forward to Walford's Residents' Eurovision celebration. Legendary vocalist Cheryl Baker, who rose to prominence in 1981 after her group Bucks Fizz won the Eurovision Song Contest, made a brief visit on the square last year. In 2022, the soap opera featured a timely scene honoring the UK's runner-up position. Shona McGarty, star of EastEnders, shares the true reason she left the BBC soap opera after 16 years. Shona McGarty revealed the true reason behind her departure from EastEnders, stating that she feels like she is leaving home. The actress, 32, who began appearing in the soap opera in 2008 at the age of 16, playing the legendary Whitney Dean, announced her departure in July. She had been playing the role for 16 years. Shona now says leaving the serial opera was a very difficult decision, but she wants to look into other opportunities before she becomes too old. "It was a really difficult decision because it's all I've ever known," she said to The Sun. "I feel like I'm leaving home because I spent my entire childhood living on the square. But as you get older, you realize that life is really short, so I had to pull on my big girl trousers and bravery. Before I get too old, there are more opportunities and sectors of the industry I want to investigate. Everything has an end, and this marks the start of a new chapter in my life. Therefore, even though it was a significant decision, once I had made it, I was quite certain that I had to take this action." Really, 16 years is great. Whitney needs a vacation, and I've had a great run. After filming her last scenes earlier this month, the BBC star was met by admirers outside Elstree Studios on her way home. "It's like a kind of grief, and I didn't think I'd be so emotional," Shona continued. "I really broke down when I saw how many fans had these lovely cards and notes, even though I attempted to remain composed." Driving home from work, she was spotted grinning and stopping at the gate to take photographs with fans who had gathered outside. As she signed autographs and engaged in conversation with the audience, the soap opera star took her time leaving video messages. As Shona left the studio for the last time, her co-stars showered her car with gifts, notes, and flowers. In 2008, Whitney, portrayed by Shona, returned to Walford as the adopted daughter of Patsy Palmer's Bianca Jackson. Numerous intense plotlines involving grooming, sexual assault, losing a child, kidnapping, stalking, and extramarital affairs have revolved around her. Whitney received a spectacular farewell that included a startling pregnancy plot. The character has been trying for a child for a long time, as has her lover Zach Hudson, James Farrar. She had previously aborted a child after learning that the child had Edwards syndrome, which meant the child would not have lived long after birth. After Zach and Whitney applied for foster care, Whitney was left heartbroken and vowed she would never try to conceive a biological child again. Over the Christmas season, the couple took in and cared for a young child named Ashton. However, he was soon adopted, leaving the pair even more alone. In 2020, Whitney killed the insane Leo King in observance of the soap opera's 35th anniversary, after being groomed and mistreated by her on-screen mother's partner in 2008. The actress stated she barely had a week free after filming her last episode before beginning a new, top-secret project. It is uncertain what the actress will do next. Shona frequently shares videos of herself singing on social media, so it's probable that she will pursue music in some capacity. She sang SM Cooks A Change Is Gonna Come on Children in Need in 2012. She covered the Beatles' Let It Be for the charity Mind in 2021 and published a charity song in 2018 for Great Ormond Street Hospital. Shona sung on BBC One during the Royal British Legion Festival of Remembrance in 2022 at the Royal Albert Hall. Singing is her first love, she continued, adding that she has written lots of songs and that she hopes to release an album someday. Please subscribe our channel.